Peace to everybody, back with another video. This is Trump signs laws to boost 5G security, broadband availability. So while we're being distracted by this fake virus that don't exist, this is what Trump was doing the whole time. He was passing laws for the 5G. And now you guys better wake up and realize what is going on, because this is what is coming to now. And if you think martial law is not involved, guess again, because it is involved. Stop believing everything you see on TV. It don't exist. President Trump on Monday signed into law a pair of bills designed to boost wireless and broadband networks. The Secure 5G and Beyond Act and the Broadband Deployment, Accuracy, and Technological Availability Act. The first requires the president to develop a strategy to secure and protect 5G technology, while the second is meant to improve the accuracy of maps detailing where broadband is and is it available in the U.S. So President Trump had signed this bill, and it was a pair of bills designed to boost wireless and broadband networks. And by the way, this article is 6 days old, so sorry for the somewhat delay, but I didn't know about it until my cousin on Facebook said something about it. The Secure 5G and Beyond Act and the Broadband Deployment, Accuracy, and Technological Availability Act. Okay, so this is what they were doing the whole time, right under our noses, passing law for the 5G network. And if you think this is the end of it, think again, because this is only the beginning of it. There's more stuff that is going to come out, and of course there's going to be a new world order on this. And of course, why do you think everything is going the way it is? I mean, people are out of work and then the people that are out of work can't pay their rent, can't pay their bills, so this is why this is all happening with this 5G network thing. Under the 5G Act, the president must consult with Federal Communications Commission, the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Defense, and other agencies, and submit to Congress a plan for rolling out secure 5G both within and outside the U.S. within 180 days. So President Trump has to consult with Federal Communications Commission and the Department of Homeland Security and the Department of Defense and other agencies that will. He has to do this within 180 days. So right now, the bill has passed, but he's got 180 days to consult with these agencies that he has to go through. The next generation of wireless technology, 5G, brings increased network speeds and network responsiveness and promise to help bring about real-time mobile applications for technologies like driverless cars and virtual reality. The nation's biggest wireless companies, AT&T, Sprint, T-Mobile, and Verizon, began rolling out 5G service last year. Yeah, so those cell phone companies, they began rolling out 5G service last year. So, and Sprint, I do have Sprint, and I like, with these big companies, this is what they did. They rolled out 5G last year, and of course, this is the next generation of wireless technology. 5G brings increased network speeds and network responsiveness and promise to help bring out real-time mobile applications. So it all depends on what applications you download. That's what's gonna be going real quick. The Broadband Data Act, meanwhile, is expected to change how and what information the FCC collects about broadband access to ensure that the federal government has more granular information about where broadband can be found. So the government is in on it too, so you can't say, oh no, they're not in it. Yes, they are in on it. Wake up! The Broadband Data Act, meanwhile, is expected to change how and what information the FCC collects. So the FCC has to collect everything, like a lot of data and whatever else they're going to get into, no matter what. The law requires the FCC to deliver new rules for data collection and establish a process to verify the accuracy of such data and more. The agency has already begun a process to improve the accuracy of its mapping by allowing the accuracy of the data to be verified by crowdsourcing. So the law has to require the FCC to deliver new rules. So whatever the new rules are, you have to deal with it, like it or not. For data collection, so FCC is gonna collect all the data collection and establish a process to verify the accuracy of such data and more. So they want data and more. The agency has already begun a process to improve the accuracy of its mapping by allowing the accuracy of the data to be verified by crowdsourcing. So they're really going after the internets and everything. I mean, seriously, with this 5G, yeah, thanks a lot, Donald Trump, for passing this bill while we're being distracted by this fake virus that don't exist. And this is what they were doing the whole time, was passing the 5G law bills. So they're trying to cook everybody up real fast with this 5G thing. The House Energy and Commerce Committee, led by Chairman Frank Pallone, a Democrat from New Jersey, and Ranking Member Greg Walden, a Republican from Oregon, applaud the passage of the bills. So you got Frank Pallone, who is a Democrat from New Jersey, and Ranking Member Greg Walden, a Republican from Oregon. They applaud the passage of the bill. So they approved this 5G bill they had passed. The bills signed into law today by the President are critical to ensuring that all Americans can access broadband and that our networks are secure and trusted. The committee said in a statement, the need for connectivity is even more critical now that millions of Americans are teleworking and learning from home in response of the virus pandemic. I don't feel safe saying the C word, so this is why I say the virus. All right, so the bill was signed into law like 6 days ago by the president, and they are critical to assuring that all Americans can access broadband and that our networks are secure and trusted. Well, apparently it's not going to be secure and trusted, because once the FCC collects all the data and everything, then we're all screwed either way. The need for connectivity is even more critical now that millions of Americans are teleworking and learning from home in response to the virus pandemic. Yeah, so while we're getting distracted with the virus pandemic, this is what they are doing to us. So now we know what was going on the whole time while all this fake virus stuff is going on. FCC Chairman Ajit Pai thanked Congress for its bipartisan efforts on the broadband data legislation and also applaud the president for signing the bill into law. But Pai said that he hoped Congress would also fund implementation. So the FCC, Ajit Pai thanked the Congress for this. So now the bill is into law, and of course, but Pai also said that he hoped Congress would also fund its implementation. So they have really dumbed us down while we're stuck in the house with a fake virus that don't exist. This is what they were doing the whole time. So this is why all this fake virus stuff is going on, this and that, and blah, 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 just to keep us distracted and keep us in the house. They've been doing this the whole time with the 5G bill pass. It is vital for Congress to provide the FCC as soon as possible with the appropriations necessary to implement the act, he said. Right now, the FCC does not have the funding to carry out the act, as we have warned for some time. So the FCC does not have the funding to carry out the act, so that's a good thing. Congress is saying that it is vital for Congress to provide the FCC as soon as possible with the appropriations necessary to implement the act, he said. Oh, this is, all right, still the same person that said that, okay. The FCC does not have the funding to carry out the act, as we have warned for some time. So if the FCC don't have the money, how are they going to carry out the act? Think about it. He said that if Congress doesn't act to provide funding soon, this well-intentioned legislation will have the unfortunate effect of delaying rather than expending the development of better broadband maps. So now he's given the FCC an ultimatum. He said it, the Congress. This is what he said. He said that if Congress doesn't act to provide funding soon, this well-intentioned legislation will have the unfortunate effect of delaying rather than expediting for the broadband maps. So this is what they were doing the whole time while we're being distracted by something that is not real. And of course, all that stay-at-home order, that's fake, okay? People shut down their business just to be frightened in their own house. The government's been doing this the whole time that we're being distracted from all this mess. Why believe something that is not real at all? I mean, you're all asleep still. Wake the hell up. Wake up and realize what is really going on around here, because the more you get distracted by stuff that is not real, the more you're going to stay asleep. So you better wake up and realize what is going on right now. Leave your comments below. I am out.